It usually starts with confusion. Not once, but repeatedly. You look back at your relationships, friendships, even professional connections, and you notice a pattern that feels uncomfortable to admit. The same kind of people keep showing up. Emotionally draining, manipulative, inconsistent, self-centered. At first, you assume it's bad luck, then timing, then circumstance. But eventually, a quieter, heavier question forms. Why do I keep attracting toxic people? This question often comes with shame, because attraction feels personal. If these people keep entering your life, it can start to feel like a reflection of something wrong with you. Maybe you're too nice, too open, too forgiving, or maybe you just don't have good judgment. But psychology suggests something more complex. Toxic dynamics are rarely random. They form where certain emotional patterns quietly invite them. Most people think attraction is about preference, but psychologically, it's often about familiarity. The nervous system is drawn to what it recognizes, not what's healthy. If chaos, inconsistency, or emotional unpredictability were present early in life, they can feel strangely normal later on. Not comfortable, but familiar. And familiarity creates a sense of orientation, even when it hurts. People who attract toxic individuals are often deeply empathetic. They notice others' pain quickly. They listen. They give chances. They see potential. This isn't a flaw. It's a strength. But without boundaries, empathy becomes access. And toxic people are often highly attuned to who will tolerate more than they should. Another factor is emotional availability. People who are still learning how to value their own needs often prioritize harmony over honesty. They smooth things over. They avoid conflict. They explain away red flags, not because they don't see them, but because addressing them feels risky. Confrontation threatens connection. And when connection feels scarce or fragile, the mind chooses closeness over safety. There's also the role of self-worth, not in the obvious sense of low self-esteem, but in subtle internal beliefs. Beliefs like, I need to earn love, or if I'm understanding enough, things will change, or I shouldn't ask for too much. These beliefs don't announce themselves. They operate quietly, shaping what behavior you tolerate and what you normalize. Toxic people often test boundaries early, small dismissals, subtle disrespect, emotional inconsistency. People with strong boundaries notice these signals and step back. People who learn to adapt early often lean in instead. They try harder. They explain more. They give the benefit of the doubt, and slowly, the dynamic forms. What is important to understand is that toxic people don't attach to strength or weakness in the way we imagine. They attach to access, to emotional openness without limits, to people who take responsibility for emotional repair, even when they didn't cause the damage. This doesn't mean you invite toxicity consciously. It means your coping strategies leave doors unlocked. Another psychological layer is identity. If you've learned to see yourself as the understanding one, the fixer, the emotional anchor, then relationships where you're needed can feel validating, even when they're exhausting. Being needed can feel like purpose. And toxic people often create a sense of urgency and dependency that reinforces this role. Over time, this creates confusion. You give so much, yet you feel drained. You try to communicate, yet you feel unheard. You invest emotionally, yet you feel unstable. And when it ends, you're left wondering how it happened again. Why you didn't leave sooner. Why you stayed. Why you hoped. But attraction isn't about blame. It's about awareness. The pattern doesn't exist because you're broken. It exists because your nervous system learned certain relational rules early on. Rules like love requires effort, or closeness involves sacrifice, or my needs come second. These rules once helped you survive, but they don't help you thrive. Stopping the cycle doesn't begin with avoiding toxic people. It begins with changing what feels familiar. And that's uncomfortable. Because healthier dynamics often feel boring, distant, or emotionally flat at first. There's no rush, no intensity, no roller coaster. And for a nervous system used to emotional highs and lows, calm can feel like disconnection. This is why many people leave healthy situations and return to unhealthy ones. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because their system equates intensity with intimacy. Toxic relationships are often intense. They create emotional spikes. Apologies followed by closeness. Conflict followed by relief. This cycle creates emotional bonding that feels powerful, even addictive. Psychologically, this is known as intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable rewards strengthen attachment. You never know when affection will return, so you stay engaged, hoping for it. And each small moment of connection feels amplified because it's scarce. It means you're recalibrating. Another critical shift is boundaries. Not reactive boundaries formed after harm, but proactive ones formed before attachment deepens. Boundaries are not walls, they're filters. They decide who gets access to your time, energy, and emotional labor. And toxic people are often filtered out early when boundaries are clear. Boundaries feel difficult for people who learned that saying no risks abandonment. But psychology shows that boundaries don't push away healthy people. They repel those who benefit from the absence of limits. When someone reacts strongly to your boundary, they reveal more than words ever could. Self-trust also plays a major role. People who attract toxic individuals often doubt their perceptions. They second-guess their feelings. They look for external validation before making decisions. Rebuilding self-trust means learning to take early discomfort seriously. You don't need proof to step back. Discomfort is data. Another overlooked element is pacing. Toxic relationships often move quickly. Healthy people don't rush access. They respect time. Fewer people feel intensely drawn to you at first, and that can feel unsettling. But the connections that do form tend to be steadier, more mutual, less draining. You're chosen not for what you give endlessly, but for who you are. Stopping the attraction of toxic people doesn't mean becoming cold or closed. It means becoming selective. It means understanding that empathy without boundaries is self-abandonment, and boundaries without empathy are isolation. Balance is what creates healthy connection. Over time, your internal questions change. Instead of "how do I make this work?"